smells like. Angry nerds on the internet.
What you do to me, I haven't been the same since my teenage lobotomy. Go on, I looked on my palm with Bruce Lee's brother and Johnny Wong. I think it's strange.
Hey everybody, Martial Arts Film Freak here, because I heard some news. That intrigued me, made me a little angry, but then I was like, you know what? It's fine. I saw it from a couple sources, and then I saw that Collider released, and I trust almost anything Collider says, that director David Leitch has been attached to direct a remake of Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon. This doesn't mean that it's being made right now. I know that David Leitch is also currently making Hobbs and Shaw, the spinoff of Fast and Furious. If you don't know who David Leitch is, he directed John Wick, he directed Atomic Blonde, and he directed Deadpool 2. I thought the Deadpool action in Deadpool 2 was fine. Wasn't as good as the first. Comedy, great though. Action in Atomic Blonde and Deadpool, or not Deadpool, John Wick, phenomenal. Great, loved it. He's been a stuntman in a bunch of stuff. He was in like The Matrix and like Ninjas, just a bunch of crap. Stuntman in a bunch of stuff that involves martial arts. I trust him with making action. So he's fine for this. The thing that gets me is a lot of people are saying, oh, well, you can't remake this movie. It's a classic. It should be untouchable. It's not. It's not untouchable. We got to be honest about this movie. The story is not amazing. The performances in this movie are not too great. The action, sure, it's really good, but there's room for improvement. And I'd love to see a remake of this. The only problem is a lot of the articles that I've seen have all said some variation of recapture the magic of Bruce Lee. That is the problem. You don't recapture the magic of Bruce Lee at all. You recast somebody who has the knowledge, talent, and skill level, physically, mentally, all that, to make it their own. There's a story that I've heard from Shannon Lee, Bruce's daughter, that when she was making movies, it would break her down for directors and producers and everyone to tell her, do what your dad did. And it would hurt her because she knew that was Bruce Lee. No one can do what Bruce Lee did, not even me. And so it broke her so hard for people to tell her that. That's why I say, like, people say, well, you can't remake this. You can't remake a Bruce Lee classic. You can. Jet Li did it. Jet Li remade a Bruce Lee classic, Fist of Fury. He did Legend of the Fist. Made Chen Zhen, the character, completely his own. Changed up the story just enough. Changed the character just enough. And people would argue, and I'll almost agree, that Jet Li's version of that movie is superior to the Bruce Lee one. I'm sweating because it's hot in here. And then people are saying, well, you can't recast Bruce Lee. You can't find another Bruce Lee. And that's the thing. You don't. You don't find another Bruce Lee. You find someone who can make the movie their own. My own personal choice, Andy On. I think Andy On is an incredible martial artist, and he's a very good actor. He's making movies in China right now, but he could come over into America and do whatever he wanted because he does speak English. He doesn't have that wall to get through that even someone like Jackie Chan had. Jackie Chan has this accent that when you see him on talk shows and stuff, people are kind of laughing at him, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch stuff like that. There's a reason that Jackie Chan left saying he just felt like a dancing monkey. I don't think Andy On would have those struggles if he was the person that remade Enter the Dragon. And I've heard a lot of people say, like, oh, well, you know, like, I would get Iko Uwais to Tony Jaa. And those are fine choices, sure. My only problem with that is maybe if the character has to be Chinese, then you can't go those directions. You go Donnie Yen, Donnie Yen, Jing Yu, Andy On, probably Wu Jing. Did I say that, or did I say Jing Yu? I'm not sure. Or, honestly, I thought you could even go female and throw in Lu Zhejiang. That would be incredible. Those are just random people that I would throw in for that. But it's just frustrating to hear people say you can't remake it, you can't recast Bruce Lee. You can, you just have to do it in a smart way. Have the person make it their own. Yes, you don't remake Bruce Lee. You don't do a new version of Bruce Lee. No, make the character your own. Jet Li did it with Chen Zhen, and so did Donnie Yen in Fist of Legend. Legend of the Fist, whichever one was Donnie Yen's. And if it was my own choice, I probably wouldn't even have David Leitch do it. I like David Leitch. I enjoyed that one huge fight scene in Atomic Blonde, and I enjoyed John Wick 1. But I would probably even throw in Isaac Florentine, Jesse V. Johnson, or I'd straight up go Yuan Wu Ping on this one. That would be awesome, but I'm not in charge of anything. I'm actually about to go to work. It's very hot in here, so I'm going to go sweaty. But if I were to recast it, I wouldn't keep the script completely the same. I would change up who certain people are and certain attributes about them. So I would go Jet Li. I did this twice in 2 videos. I would go Andy On in Bruce Lee's position. Jim Kelly, I would go Michael Jai White. I've heard Wesley Snipes. I've even thought Maurice Crump. Wesley Snipes was interesting, but I would probably stick with Michael Jai White on that one. I thought John Saxon. Do you go Scott Adkins? No. John Saxon, his character wasn't the best, and he was kind of slow, but he was a bit of a cocky asshole. For some reason, I'd go Keanu Reeves. He's proved himself in John Wick. He proved himself with Man of Tai Chi and even The Matrix. Keanu Reeves could pull off John Saxon's role really, really well. Bolo, I don't know who you get for Bolo. I don't know if there's anybody out there who could do Bolo right now, so we'd have to find him. Han, who do you get for Han, the evil villain? I thought you could probably go Sammo Hung. You could go Sammo Hung. Or if you wanted, you could, as a bit of a joke and fun thing to do, you could straight up go the villain from Mortal Kombat. Carrie, last name I can never remember. That would be pretty fun and interesting. And then, what's his name? O'Hara. I thought about O'Hara. There you could probably put Scott Adkins. My only problem with that is I'm sick and tired of seeing Scott Adkins in small roles in American Hollywood movies getting killed off. I'm frustrated from that, so probably not Scott Adkins in that role. But if that's probably who all I know I would cast if I was in charge. And again, not in charge of shit. So that's it, everybody. That's just some fun news, some fun things to talk about. What does everyone think of David Leitch making a new Enter the Dragon? What does everyone think of them just making a new Enter the Dragon in general? Who would you cast? Who would you put to direct, even though they've already got that? Again, who knows when this movie's getting made? Could be in 2 years, could be in 5. I'm really, really sweaty. I'm going to go to work now. Very sweaty. Have a great day.